Hi, everyone, this is the Encyclopedia channel. In many cases, we often find that some problems are either at a standstill, or have been in a situation that cannot be implemented or cannot be handled. The more we follow our habitual, the more we think to solve it, the more we fall into a situation where we can't do anything. Is there really no other way? In fact, there is a very good method, reverse thinking, which will be our ultimate magic weapon to solve this problem. So what is reverse thinking? What is the use of reverse thinking? How to exercise can improve reverse thinking. Reverse thinking is an innovative way of thinking, often used to solve complex problems and challenges. Its basic principle is reverse thinking, that is, not directly starting from a problem, but starting from the final result or goal, and then reversely deduce what needs to be done to achieve this goal. Reverse thinking can help us find different ways of looking at problems, which can lead to new solutions. It requires us to jump out of the limitations of the traditional way of thinking and try to think about problems from different angles. Reverse thinking can also help us identify and solve possible problems and avoid wrong decisions due to lack of consideration. Contrarian thinking can be used in a variety of contexts, including business, science, technology, and innovation. In the business field, reverse thinking can help companies better understand customer needs and develop more valuable products and services. In science, reverse thinking can help scientists identify possible problems and come up with new hypotheses and theories. For example, Apple's reverse thinking. Apple has always been known for innovative and disruptive products. In the early 2000s, Apple's sales fell and its market share continued to shrink. At this time, Apple's CEO Steve Jobs adopted a reverse thinking method. He decided to shrink Apple's product line and focus on a few core products. Under Jobs' leadership, Apple introduced products such as the iPod and iTunes, which redefined the concept of digital music and achieved great success worldwide. These products not only changed people's way of life, but also brought Apple's major commercial success. Jobs' reverse thinking strategy, that is, concentrating on building a few core products, has become the key to Apple's success. The same is true in personal life. Reverse thinking can also allow us to discover new perspectives and solutions to problems. For example, in a gym, many people use equipment for training. However, some people will take the opposite approach and try to use their own body weight for training. For example, they may perform exercises such as push-ups, squats, and sit-ups instead of using machines to train them. This contrarian way of thinking about fitness has many benefits. First, it saves money by reducing the use of fitness equipment. Second, training with your own body weight improves stability and balance while strengthening your core muscles. Most importantly, this reverse thinking fitness method is so simple that everyone can try it. This story shows that reverse thinking can lead to great success not only in business but also in health and life. Ordinary people can find the most suitable fitness method by trying different fitness methods and techniques, so as to achieve better health effects. Reverse thinking is a way of thinking that is contrary to the traditional way of thinking, and it is a very useful and innovative way of thinking. By thinking about the opposite direction of the problem, reverse thinking about the nature of the problem and its solution, etc., it can help people discover new ideas and methods for solving problems. At the same time, reverse thinking also requires certain practice and thinking training. Improving reverse thinking ability can help people better deal with various complex problems and challenges, and use it to solve practical problems. So, how can we exercise to improve our reverse thinking ability? We can exercise the reverse thinking ability through the following methods. 1. Encourage yourself to ask reverse questions. In everyday life, we often ask questions such as, "How can I do something?" However, such questions give us very little thought because we have limited our thinking to a certain in the way of thinking. Instead, we should try to ask some reverse questions, such as, "What is the reason why I shouldn't do something?" Such questions can help us break the existing thinking mode, thereby stimulating our reverse thinking ability. 2. Question conventional ways of thinking. Conventional ways of thinking are people's habitual way of thinking, but these ways of thinking are not necessarily correct or optimal. Therefore, we should question these conventional ways of thinking, so as to explore some new ways of thinking. For example, at work we may be told that certain steps must be followed to complete a certain task. However, we can try to think if there is another way to do this task, or if we can break the task into smaller parts so that it can be done more efficiently. 3. Learn about other areas of knowledge. Learning knowledge in other fields can help us broaden our thinking, thereby improving our ability to reverse thinking. For example, we can learn knowledge in the fields of philosophy, psychology, physics, etc., which can help us explore the nature of problems and multiple solutions. 4. Create new ways of thinking. Reverse thinking is a very creative way of thinking, so we should try to create new ways of thinking, so as to improve the ability of reverse thinking. For example, when solving problems, we can use new thinking tools, such as mind maps, reverse thinking, assumptions, etc. These tools can help us think about problems from different perspectives. 5. Challenge the way you think. We should always challenge our way of thinking to think about problems from different angles. For example, when solving a problem, we can actively put ourselves in different scenarios or roles in order to better understand the problem. In addition, we can also try to interpret the same thing from multiple angles, which can help us think deeply about the problem and find more solutions. 6. Learn how to think backwards. In the process of learning reverse thinking, we should understand some skills and methods of reverse thinking. For example, when thinking about a problem, we can first list all possible solutions, then analyze the advantages and disadvantages of each solution one by one, and look for the reverse thinking of each solution. In addition, we can also learn some reverse thinking skills and methods by observing the way of thinking of other people. 7. Practice problem solving. Reverse thinking is a kind of ability, and the ability needs to be improved through continuous practice. Therefore, we should try to solve various complex problems, so as to exercise the ability of reverse thinking. In the process of solving problems, we can adopt some reverse thinking skills and methods, such as reverse hypothesis method, reverse association method, and so on. 8. Improve your observation skills. Reverse thinking requires us to observe and discover problems, so we should improve our observation skills. In our daily life, we can observe the things around us and think about their nature and solutions. Ever heard of the Nobel Prize? Know the inventor of the Nobel Prize, Alfred Nobel? He was a Swedish chemist and engineer who invented pyrotechnics, dynamite, and other explosive substances at the end of the 19th century, and was therefore considered a very dangerous and nasty figure. But when his brother died, a French newspaper falsely announced his death, describing him as a businessman who left a huge fortune after his death, which deeply shocked and dismayed Nobel, who he felt one's own life should not exist just to invent killing weapons. Therefore, he decided to change his life trajectory and use his wealth to support causes beneficial to mankind. In this process, Alfred Nobel used reverse thinking. Starting from a different perspective, he thought deeply about his own value and significance, and found a new direction of development in the face of adversity. He used his fortune to create the Nobel Foundation and establish the Nobel Prizes, which are awarded for outstanding contributions to physics, chemistry, medicine, literature, and peace. Through this story, we can see the power of reverse thinking. When we start from a different perspective, re-examine our own value and meaning, and use our potential and ability to benefit human beings, we can create very important and positive results. And that's why Alfred Nobel ended up making a major contribution. In short, reverse thinking is a very important way of thinking that can help us better solve various problems and challenges. Through the above methods, we can exercise our reverse thinking ability and improve our thinking level. Do you remember these methods of exercising reverse thinking ability? If you don't remember it, watch it a few more times. For reverse thinking, do you have any different ideas? Welcome to leave a message in the comment area to discuss with everyone.